There, welcome along to our continuing adventures in After Effects. Today I want to talk a little bit about masking, and we might touch a little on blending modes as well. So let's hop right in. I have our image here of our fellow here, the old fella, and I want to apply a mask to it. So what I'm going to do is come up to my tool shapes here. Now, when creating masks, we need to be aware that we need to select on the layer that we want to mask on it. If I'm using a shape layer here, and I can use any shape that I like, if I simply draw out a new shape, I'm going to get a shape layer. That's not what I want. I need to select the layer upon which I create the mask. Then After Effects will recognise that this will be my mask, or intended mask. So I'm just going to position that over there like that, and then that's masked over that image on top. Now, there's a couple of things we can do with masks. Obviously everything within After Effects is animatable, but we also have other options we can change. So I've got my image here, and the mask is contained in this image, so I'm going to drop down on my mask, and as you can see there's further drop down options here. What I want to do is apply just a bit of feather to that mask so it's not as sharp, and that's not too bad. Okay, I can expand the dimensions of that mask. I can bring it in a little bit like so. There's quite a few things I can do with a mask. Okay, alright, so I've got my mask in place, and now I want to actually apply a blending mode. So if you're familiar with Photoshop, you'll be familiar with blending mode. So down at the bottom here, you'll notice we have toggling switches, and these gives us, by virtue of the fact After Effects has a lot of options, some of them are a little bit hidden, so it's good to know that there are other options that we have that aren't immediately recognizable. So I'm going to go ahead and change this fellow here and turn him to a different blending mode. So maybe that's not what I want. I might go ahead and look for something a little bit better, maybe overlay. Yes, that's not too bad. Okay, and so I've got my mask in there. So I can change the blending mode, and now I know where to find it. So I can change it from multiply, all the regular things that you'll be familiar with. All sorts of cool things you can do with blending modes, as you're no doubt aware. So there's creating a mask. Other ways we can create masks are by the integration of other software. So let's skip back over to here to Illustrator, and I've got a Illustrator shape here. It's just a regular shape. I've drawn it with my pen tool. You might choose to create a piece of type and outline that font, or type, create outlines. It's a little bit greyed out here because I don't have type. But anyway, let's use the drawing ability of Illustrator. So I'm going to copy this shape here, and I'm going to pop straight back to After Effects, and I'm just going to hide this fella here for a second, and I'm selecting my sky layer, and the sky layer is where I want to apply the mask, and simply pasting in here. So now I've got a lovely mask situation going on here in After Effects, and coming back to Illustrator. So now I'm going to play my video, and that's looking very good indeed. Okay, so that's one of the things we can do with masks. So I hope this has been informative. Masking really creates some wonderful things with that. So there's two ways to create masks in After Effects. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.